Now that you understand the importance of sleep and its associated health benefits, it is imperative to understand safe sleep practices. This is exactly what I'm going to talk about in this and the subsequent videos. The first step towards safe sleep practices is to understand an important condition known as SIDS. It is the duty of every parent to equip themselves with the required knowledge of SIDS to better protect their children. So what is SIDS? SIDS, or Sudden Infant Death Syndrome, also known as cot death or crib death, is the sudden unexplained death of a child less than 1 year of age. SIDS usually occurs during sleep. It is a diagnosis that's made when an apparently healthy child dies unexpectedly and no clear reason can be identified. Formerly known as cot death or crib death, the name is somewhat a misnomer, as SIDS is not restricted to only the cot or the crib. So why is it important to talk about SIDS? As per the 2011 data, SIDS was the third leading cause of death in children less than 1 year of age in the United States. Rates of SIDS in the developed countries vary from 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 10,000. Although in many countries, SIDS continues to remain the prime cause of death in children between 2 to 6 months of age, in India and many other developing countries, the exact figures are still unknown. However, the good news is that worldwide there is a decline in the number of deaths due to SIDS because of the growing awareness of this subject. Since SIDS can be prevented, it is important that parents are aware and alert about this condition. Even in the Western world, where researchers are trying to find the cause for SIDS, the exact reason is still unknown. One theory suggests that it can happen due to some problem in the part of the brain that regulates breathing and the heart rate. Another theory suggests that it can happen when the child's breathing is obstructed for a short period of time by bed linen, cushions or any other material during sleep. The child is then not able to regulate breathing and heart rate appropriately post that obstruction. This is an important theory, as there has been a decline in the number of incidents after safe sleep practices were implemented in the Western world. It is important to understand which children are at a greater risk. This will help parents take extra precautions and be more careful with these children. Firstly, it's found to be more prevalent in children less than 3 months of age. The risk of SIDS is found to greatly reduce with age and is almost negligible after the age of 1 year. Secondly, for reasons unknown, it is found to be more common in boys than in girls. And lastly, it is found to occur more in children born premature and low birth weight. Children who are born before 37 weeks of pregnancy and birth weight lower than 2.5 kgs. So parents need to take extra precautions with these children and ensure that they follow safe sleep practices to prevent SIDS. Due to extensive campaigns on the prevention of SIDS and safe sleeping guidelines, the incidence of SIDS are dropping at a steady rate. So what are the important measures that parents need to follow to prevent SIDS? It is critical that you follow the guidelines on creating a safe sleep environment for your child. The subsequent video will cover this topic in detail. The next important aspect is the sleeping position. A child sleeping on his or her back is less likely to suffocate during sleeping. This significant finding was implemented in a campaign called the Back to Sleep campaign in the US, which resulted in a significant reduction in SIDS. Next, avoid co-sleeping. The child can sleep in the same room as the parents, but not on the same bed. it is ideal that the child sleeps in a separate crib. Co-sleeping with a parent can contribute towards SIDS and hence is not recommended. This subsequent video on crib safety will guide you on how to choose the right crib and how to maintain crib safety. Finally, prevent exposure to any form of tobacco smoke. This is an important aspect which has shown to reduce the incidence of SIDS. Interestingly, few studies highlight that children who are breastfed and immunized properly are at a reduced risk of SIDS. The up-to-date DPT vaccine has shown to make a significant difference. Hence, as a pediatrician, I recommend you to breastfeed and immunize your child for this added advantage. To conclude, SIDS is a major contributor towards deaths in children less than 1 year of age. SIDS occurs mostly during sleep and the exact cause is still unknown. Parents should be aware and alert of SIDS. Although its incidence in India are unknown, parents should be extra cautious with children who are at a high risk. SIDS can be prevented by implementing safe sleep practices. Ensure that the child always sleeps on the back. Avoid co-sleeping. And finally, breastfeed and immunize your child. Please watch the subsequent videos on safe sleep environment and crib safety.